Welcome students to Concrete Technology. In last video, we discussed about the standard consistency of cement, how to find the standard consistency of cement. Now, in this video, we shall discuss on initial setting time and final setting time of. So, initial setting time and final setting time of cement. So for this experiment, we require Becket's apparatus as we discussed in last video in standard consistency of cement. So Becket's apparatus, balance and gauging trowel. These are the apparatus we require to find the standard consistency of cement. Initial and final setting time of cement. In actually construction dealing with cement, mortar or concrete, certain time is required for mixing, transporting and placing. During this time, cement, paste, mortar or concrete should be in plastic condition. The time interval for which the cement products remains in plastic condition is known as the setting time. Now, initial setting time is regarded as the time elapsed between the moment that the water is added to the cement to the time that the paste starts losing its plasticity. The final setting time is the time elapsed between the moment the water is added in the cement and the time when the paste has completely lost its plasticity and has attained the sufficient firmness to resist a certain pressure. The constituents and the fineness of cement is maintained in such a way that the concrete remains in plastic condition for certain minimum time. Once the concrete is placed in the final position, compacted and finished, it should lose its plasticity in the earliest possible time so that it is least vulnerable to damages for external destructive agencies. This time should not be more than 10 hours, and which is referred to as the final setting time, and for initial setting time should not be less than 30 minutes. So the initial setting time and final setting time are important factors as far as the concrete or setting of the cement paste is concerned. As we discussed in last experiment, Becket's apparatus is used for finding out the standard consistency of cement and for finding out initial and final setting time of cement. This is Becket's apparatus. We discussed this in detail in last lecture. So balance and trowel, these are the apparatus we require. Now for finding out the initial setting time, we use this needle having 1 mm square area and height of 40 mm. Okay. For final setting time, we use this type of needle which has the annular ring at the end of the needle having air vent, and this needle is projected below the ring about 0.5 mm. So in enlarged view, this needle will looks like this. Outer ring is there, and at the center the needle projected about 0.5 mm. So this type of attachment or this needle is used to find the initial and final setting time of the cement. Okay. So we have to prepare a test block for finding the final and initial and final setting time of cement. So to prepare the test block, we take 300 grams of cement with 0.85 times the water required to give the paste of standard consistency. The water will be used, shall be used is potable water or distilled water to prepare the paste. The paste shall be gauged in the manner and under the condition prescribed in the determination of consistency of standard cement paste. Okay, the stopwatch at the instance when the water is added to the cement. Fill the mold with the cement paste caged as above, the mold resting on the non-porous plate. Fill the mold completely and smooth off the surface of the paste. Make it level with the top of the mold and the cement block thus prepared in the mold is the test block. And this test block is used to find the initial and final setting time of cement. To place this test block, confine in the mold and rest it on the non-porous plate under the rod bearing the initial setting needle. Lower the needle gently in the contact with the surface of the test block and quickly release, allowing it to penetrate into the test block. In the beginning, the needle will completely penetrate the test block, and repeat this procedure until the needle when brought in contact with the test block and released as described above fails to penetrate the block to a point 5 to 7 mm measured from the bottom of the mold shall be the initial setting time. Okay, so for final setting time, replace the needle of the wickets apparatus by needle with an annular attachment at the end of the needle. The cement shall be considered as a finally set when upon applying the needle gently to the surface of the test block, the needle makes an impression thereon while the attachment fails to do so. The period elapsed between the time when water is added to the cement and the time at which the needle makes an impression on the surface of test block while the attachment fails to do so shall be the final setting time of the cement. Okay. Thank you. During this experiment, we have to take some precautions, like we always use clean appliances for gauging. All the apparatus shall be free from vibrations during the test, and the temperature of water and that of the test room shall at the time of gauging shall be 27 degrees centigrade plus minus 2 degrees centigrade. So care shall be taken to keep the needle straight. So then observations are recorded in a table. We have to record the time in minutes and height in fails to penetrate the test block. Okay. So here we will record time in minutes, and here we will write the penetration in So thank you. In next video we will discuss on compressive strength of the cement.